Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm coming to you today with the Canelo versus Yildrim is on video. This fight got announced, I believe it was yesterday, and it's set to take place Saturday, February 27th on DAZN. It'll main event of DAZN card. Canelo has signed a 2-fight deal with DAZN. That is DAZN and Matchroom, Eddie Hearn. That's gonna pretty much end up in him fighting Billy Joe Saunders in May for the to unify world titles, as Billy Joe Saunders is the WBO champion, Canelo is the WBC and WBA champion, and this fight's going to lead to that. But he's got to get through Yildrim first. Yildrim is the mandatory #1 challenger, and Canelo's the newly crowned unified champ. It's only going to be just over 2 months removed from his dominating performance against Callum Smith. So Canelo, pound for pound king, is rolling into this fight just ready to work, ready to go, Again, guys, if you like this video, you like the page, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't seen it before. I got a lot of content on here and different things I'm going to be doing and trying out. Excuse me, but this fight, to see Canelo back in the ring is a big deal. Excuse me, and it's exciting. When you're the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world, it's it's always good to see that guy in the ring. I think Canelo is going to roll into this one going for the knockout too. I think that's his mind frame. He wants to knock Yildrim out, be impressive, and set up the fight with Billy Joe Saunders in May, which looks like that's going to be who he fights in May as part of the 2-fight deal. So, so Canelo's got things to look forward to, but he cannot go into this fight just overlooking a guy like Yildrim, or overlooking anybody, because when you overlook people, you either look bad, and that affects how many people are going to sign up to watch you fight the next time, and if you it also could lead to being upset, and you never know. You never know when a guy's going to go from confident to overconfident, and Canelo needs to not be overconfident going into this fight. He needs to keep that supreme confidence he's had since the second Triple G fight, and where he has just been, in his prime and looking fantastic. Okay, so the flip side, Avni Yildrim. Who is Avni Yildrim? That's the big question. Avni Yildrim is a former world title challenger. He's been in the ring with a couple good fighters. Back in 2017, he entered the World Boxing Super Series tournament, Season 1. He entered as the, not as a rank, not as one of the top 4, but he ended up fighting Chris Eubank Jr. in the quarterfinal round. And he went in there, started chucking with Chris Eubank, and it was a mistake, as Chris Eubank knocked him out cold in the 3rd round. Really dominated him, and Yildrim took a back seat after that. But he actually got a big opportunity in February of 2019. Somehow, he got an opportunity to fight for the vacant WBC title against Anthony Dirrell. And, I personally felt like he hadn't done anything to deserve that fight, and I thought Dirrell, who was the former champ coming in, was going to put it on Yildrim and knock him out, and he came out firing and looked good against Dirrell. And it was kind of somewhat of a back and forth fight, but they went into the 10th round, and a lot of people thought that Yildrim was winning the fight. It got halted on a cut that was caused by a headbutt, I believe, and it went to the scorecards, where Dirrell won a controversial split decision after 10 rounds. That's a technical decision, technically. Because it didn't go to 12 rounds, and Dirrell became the champion. Well, he obviously filed a wrongful decision with the WBC, and the WBC agreed that it was such a controversial decision that they mandated Yildrim as the #1 contender, and that led to so he was lined up, but David Benavidez, the original reason that Yildrim was allowed to fight for the vacant title was because David Benavidez, at the end of 2018, tested positive for cocaine, and he lost his title because of that. He was stripped of his title, but the WBC somehow named him champion in recess, and he was allowed to fight for the title against Darrell before Yildrim got a rematch. So in September of 2019, Benavidez beat Darrell and was supposed to fight Yildrim first. And that looked like it was going to happen heading into 2020, but Yildrim got injured, so Benavidez was allowed to make an optional defense while Yildrim had to wait and recover from his injury. Benavidez was supposed to fight Romer Angulo in April, and instead had to fight him in August because of COVID. So Yildrim had to wait even longer, and then Benavidez lost the title on the scales as he came in overweight. Angulo was allowed to fight for the title in their fight that went forward, but Benavidez knocked him out. Title remained vacant. And then Yildrim was supposed to fight for the belt next. There was talks about him fighting Canelo, but Canelo didn't want him. Canelo wanted Callum Smith, so the WBC granted Canelo the opportunity to fight Callum Smith for the vacant belt as long as the winner agreed to fight Yildrim. And so Canelo beat Callum Smith to win the title, and now has to face Yildrim. But by the time Yildrim gets in the ring with Canelo, he's going to be 2 years removed from the fight with Darrell. So he has not fought since then. And he's going to be coming back off a 2-year layoff. So that's going to be a big challenge right there. But Yildrim is a career super middleweight. He is. He's a solid fighter. He's got decent skill, and he's confident going in. He says he's going to fight like Triple G fought Canelo. I don't know if his chin's going to last with that, but that's what he says he's going to do. So, this fight has a lot riding on it for Canelo especially, but, opportunity leads to great things happening, and Yildrim has his opportunity. His performance against Anthony Darrell 2 years ago has allotted him this showdown with the pound-for-pound king of boxing. So he has an opportunity to knock him off his throne, and you never know what's going to happen. And Canelo has undisputed staring him in the face, and this is his first step towards that. A win here, a win in May against Billy Joe, and that probably sets up a showdown with Caleb Plant or whoever the IBF champion is in September for Mexican Independence Day, and a shot at undisputed. So a lot riding on this fight, big implications. This fight takes place Saturday, February 27th on DAZN. It'll main event. Haven't heard anything about an undercard yet, but I'm sure that'll be coming soon, and I'm sure they'll have decent fights on the undercard. But make sure you're paying attention to that. I will do a breakdown video of this fight probably right at the beginning of February, so a little less than a couple weeks away maybe. And, that way you guys got a few weeks to watch it, but should be good seeing Canelo back in the ring on February 27th. So, again, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up, guys. If you didn't like it, hit the thumbs down. It's algorithms work either way. And also check out the, check out the channel. Subscribe to the channel. I got good content on here, and I'd really appreciate it. So, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. That's the Canelo versus Yildrim is on video. True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.